Let's go, boys. I got another prediction right. England 2, Norway 1 in the quarterfinals of the World Cup 2026. And breathe. Never easy watching England, is it? You can never just have a nice, easy game. It's always a lot of talking points. First, let's talk about the game. It wasn't a great England performance, if I'm being honest. But was it ever going to be? Probably not. It was Norway who actually made it 1-0 with a mishit cross straight into the goal of Jordan Pickford, who I feel like should have done a lot better with that. I mean, I know he's not expecting a cross, like he's expecting a cross, not a mishit cross into shot, but he kind of leaves it, takes his hand away, and it puts us 1-0 down. People said Harry Kane got fouled. He definitely didn't get fouled. So a clean goal for Norway, but England up until that point weren't brilliant. We're very sloppy. We're very lethargic. It looked like we were very tired as well. And then Jude Bellingham pops out of nowhere and scores an absolutely brilliant goal. Brilliant finish. Good play from Gordon as well, very direct. You go into half-time and you're thinking, right, we've got the momentum back here. You know, we had the momentum at the start of the game. We lost it in the middle and then we could see the goal. And now we've got it back. Let's kick on. And it wasn't great from England in the second half, if I'm being honest. I don't actually remember a lot that we did in the second half. Norway had a goal ruled out for offside from a corner, which I just want to say, first of all, there was never, ever a corner. I know we have this new rule in the World Cup now where you can overturn corners that are like given incorrectly. I don't know what the referee was doing. They scored from the corner, and luckily for England, it was a foul on Haaland. By Haaland on Elliot Anderson, two-handed push. It's very soft, in my opinion, but there is an action there, and I'm an England fan, so I'm going to take it. Norway hit the bar as well, and Norway did look like the more threatening team, especially in the second half. The game ended 1-1, went to extra time, and who else but Jude Bellingham again to make a tap-in from a little mistake by the Norwegian goalkeeper. I actually think he's had a pretty decent tournament himself. Morgan Rogers with a shot outside the box, which, you know, not a lot of players were doing in this game. I feel like there was a lot of... It's all very safe. There was no, you know, go and win the game. Rogers takes a bit of a risk and it pays off, and Bellingham has a tap in. After that, England sharp shot. I don't think there was any major threat from the Norwegian players. Obviously, Haaland went off with an injury. The commentators were very like, oh, I can't believe they brought Haaland off. I noticed Haaland was like limping and didn't really want to run as much for about half an hour before that. So he was done. As was a lot of the England players. I mean, you got to remember they're playing like 35-degree heat. It felt like over 40 degrees in Miami. And yeah, I understand Thomas Tuchel's criticism of the team that they could have done better after the game, but I also agree with Bellingham. It's fucking boiling hot. England held on to get the win, and now we'll play Argentina in the semi-finals, which is going to be amazing. I think it's the first time England have ever played against Messi in a competitive tournament. So that's going to be interesting. And at the end of the day, it didn't really matter how we played. We got the job done, and we're in another semi-finals. And I'm just looking so forward to it now. Now I'm going to do my player ratings for the game against Norway. Firstly in goal, Jordan Pickford. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Again, I think he could have done better on the goal that was conceded. He did come and punch a lot, to be fair. And his kicking was okay today. It was nowhere near as good as he was against Mexico. But there wasn't as much things coming into the box, I don't really think, in this game. So Jordan Pickford was all right. I'm going to give him a below average performance. So Ezri Konsa at right back, not his normal position. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I think at times he struggled. I think for the goal, he could have closed, is it Shildrop or whatever his name is? He could have closed him down a bit quicker. But Konsa, I mean, he was no one. He had to come off. He was fucking done. He was knackered. He ran himself into the ground, bless him. John Stones, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I think aerially, he won a lot of headers. I think in the first half, he did make a bit of a mistake, nearly passed it to Haaland in the box, which I did think unsettled us for the goal. But I think throughout the rest of the game, he showed his experience, and this is why I said I would play John Stones, because I think he did quite well. Mark Gahey, I'm also going to give a 7 as well. I think you've got to give a lot of credit to the centre-backs. They had to deal with Haaland the whole game. Haaland didn't really have a sniff. So there has to be credit given there. Nico O'Reilly, I'm going to get a 5 out of 10. Look, I like Nico O'Reilly as a player. I'm not sure what he's really offering to this England team at the moment. Granted, he is the only left-back option we have. And this is why I would have taken Lewis Hall, at least as a different type of profile of left-back. Nico O'Reilly just seems to be addicted to standing up front, which is fine when you're chasing the game. But he wasn't great. Someone who was great, though, Elliot Anderson, 8 out of 10. He's been dropping 7 and 8 out of 10 most games in this tournament. He's been very, very consistent. He just ran the game. And you've got to remember, because Declan Rice came off at half-time, he was the only really holding midfielder we had for the whole second half and the whole of extra time. So he did really well. And I'm very jealous he's gone to Manchester City because he looks like he's going to be a top player. Declan Rice, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. His corner delivery was terrible, but with Declan Rice, he's not fit. He's absolutely been running to the ground. He's fucked. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if he didn't even play against Argentina from the start, if I'm being honest with you. Jude Bellingham, the man of the moment, 9 out of 10. Absolutely brilliant performance again, and again scoring 2 goals, just like he did against Mexico. And with Harry Kane not having the greatest game last night, Jude Bellingham stepped up once again. And yeah, he's actually on the same goals as Harry Kane now as well for the tournament. So he could be going for the golden boot himself. Madueke, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Poor, really. I mean, didn't really run at his man too much. And when he did, there wasn't a lot of end quality. I mean, Saka obviously isn't fully fit and can't play the whole game. Anthony Gordon, 7 out of 10. Solid performance from him. I think first half he was causing the right back a few problems. And actually, before he came off, he was causing a new right back a few problems as well. I'm not quite sure why he came off. I know you've got to rotate and we have a lot of quality on the bench to come on. But I have really been liking Anthony Gordon's performance recently. And I do kind of see now why Barcelona have looked at him and bought him. Maybe not for that much money. And finally, Harry Kane, I'm going to give him a 6. I don't think Harry Kane did loads wrong in this game. But he didn't do anything really outstanding. You're always waiting for Harry Kane to do something eventually. And it just didn't really come last night, but he's still a very important player for us. Onto the subs, I'm going to give Bukayo Saka a 7 out of 10. I thought he was pretty influential when he came on, did some really good skill, really nearly put it on the plate for Eze as well. Yeah, Saka's way better than Madueke. We know this, just hope he can keep playing. As for Eze, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I mean, he was kind of playing out of position for a lot of the game on the left-hand side. Didn't really influence the game too much. Reece James, I thought he came on, did well. 7 out of 10, midfield and right back in the end. And Reece James, for a guy who's meant to be injured, looked pretty fit. So, again, hopefully he can come back into the starting lineup now. Jed Spencer as well, 7 out of 10. Good energy, good pace. Should have got a penalty. That was absolute bullshit. That was 1,000,000% a penalty. I don't know what the ref is doing. Since when is the rule, if you put your leg in front of someone and they clatter into the back of you, a penalty? That's absolute bollocks. He had every right to do that because he had control of the ball. And I've said this for so long. I don't understand why attackers get punished for keeping the ball in the box. You know, Bob didn't get the ball. We got nowhere near the ball. And that's not a clear and obvious mistake for me to be given a fucking, you know, whatever. What did he give? He didn't give a dive. He didn't give a foul. What was it? What did he? He didn't give anything. I thought the referee last night as well was just very biased. And I know we're going to say this as England fans, but I'm a bit worried about the Argentina game with the referees. I really am. And I hope that's not the reason we win or lose. But fuck me, it's not going to be fun. Dan Burn came on, did a job, headed a few things away, 6 out of 10. And Morgan Rogers, big influence for the second goal, 6.5 out of 10. Ran around, ran his socks off. Kind of had to play in a double pivot, which I've never seen Morgan Rogers do, but he did all right with it. So yeah, fair play to him. Finally, Thomas Tuchel gets a 7 out of 10. I think he made the subs at the right time. I think he made the right subs as well. We just didn't play very well, but he said that himself. He knows we didn't play very well. We were quite slow. We were. But yeah, the heat and all that does have to be a factor. I do know there's 2 teams on the pitch, and they have the same conditions as us, but England players are not used to playing like that. So Thomas Tuchel did quite right. Now for the big one, England versus Argentina. I'm very excited. It is on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. For the rest of the tournament now, we've not got all these weird times at like 1 o'clock in the morning and fucking 11 o'clock when I've got to go to work the next day. So good, I get to actually watch the World Cup fully now. Let me know what you thought about England's performance down in the comments, and can we do it? Can we beat Argentina? It's going to be difficult. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next video very soon. Take care and peace.